Hello, welcome to my next video. This one is going to be a little fun. This one is going to be a little risque. I've already opened the records, so I'm already in them. I'm already open. Today I'm going to talk about a few, I don't want to call them conspiracy theories, but I'm going to talk about three different topics. I'm going to talk about dragons, I'm going to talk about mushrooms, and I'm going to talk about climate control. Okay, three different topics. So my first topic, dragons. I want to know about dragons. So Akasha, what can you tell me about dragons? Were there ever dragons physically on Earth? No. Okay. So we have never had dragons physically on Earth. The dragon being, the dragon archetype, they are very real, and they are still on Earth right now as we speak, but they are in the higher realms. So they're not something that we can see with our two eyes. They're not something physical, but they are very real, and they are living in like the 7th or 8th dimension. So they're living in a little bit of the higher dimensions. They actually travel along the ley lines. So they protect Earth. They travel along Earth. Dragons will specifically come to you at a point on your journey, and when you meditate, you actually have the ability to access dragons. You can have your own personal dragon that will come to you, where you can fly and travel across the world, like astral project in a way with this dragon. They can protect you. They come in all different colors. What is the purpose of dragons? They are here for protection. So they are mainly a protective mechanism on Earth. They do also are off planet as well. They're protecting like the rainforest. They're protecting Earth's natural resources. They're protecting like different, like Antarctica. They're in the rainforest. They're in the desert. They're in these like really important energetically. They're around the portals on Earth, like the different energetic portals. They protect these portals as well. One of my healers once told me that if you can work with a dragon, but if you aren't acting in integrity with them, they won't ever come back to you. So if you like abuse or use a dragon in the wrong way, or if you don't respect the dragon, if you are not honoring your relationship with your dragon, is it true that they will never come back to you? That dragon will never come back to you. Okay, it is possible to rebuild a connection with the dragons. It is possible to rebuild a connection and work with them. But yes, you have to be very respectful. You can't be using dragons for ill intention, bad purposes, like for ego reasons. It's very much a soul reason why you would be working with the dragon. You can definitely meditate to connect with dragons. And yes, their main purpose is protecting the Earth from like an astral perspective. So they're not in the physical realm, they're in the higher realms. These realms that they're living in actually are, like Earth is like a utopia. So it's like Earth without like all of the garbage and all of the destruction. Like they're protecting this like future version of Earth, this like utopic version of Earth that we are sort of working towards, and that Earth once was. They've been here forever protecting that. And they are kind of like holding down and anchoring that frequency of a utopia Earth, of a like lush, green, healed, beautiful, wonderful Earth. I love that. And yeah, they are happy to work with the humans, but they want to work with humans who are operating out of their heart frequency. So once you've healed some of your lower chakras and you're able to start to operate out of mostly your heart space, that is when a dragon will come to you. They won't come to you when you're operating out of your ego. They will only come to you when you're operating out of your heart, and your high heart specifically. So when you've really tapped into that collective fifth dimensional, we're all one, seeing from this higher perspective consciousness, that's when you are able to work with a dragon. Very cool. Okay, the next thing I wanted to ask about was mushrooms. So I watched a documentary once where they were talking about how mushrooms can like clean, like they can like eat plastic and they can like clean oil out of the ocean. And so I just wanted to ask the Akashic Records perspective on mushrooms and see what they have to tell me. So mushrooms are the wisest, most like what's the word? Most highly like smartest thing we have on this planet. They are wiser than humans. They are functioning on a totally different frequency than humans. They are the smartest being, the smartest living thing on this planet. Mushrooms keep this planet, like they're little I don't know the word, but they're showing me like those little tentacle fungi things like that go under the earth. Like they are how like the earth speak, like they speak to the earth, they speak through the earth. They are how trees speak to each other. They hold the earth together. Information is passed through mushrooms, sort of like information is passed through the internet. So like that's how like it's like the trees and the plants internet. Like that's how they are sharing information with each other and sending signals to each other. So when a person eats psychedelic magic mushrooms, they are connecting into that higher frequency consciousness. They are literally connecting in with the energy of the mushroom. So they're connecting into that. It's like the internet. They're connecting into that frequency of internet, that psychedelic, wise information. Honestly, kind of like when you're connecting into the Akashic Records and you're connecting into information that way. If you were to eat magic mushrooms, you are connecting in with information that way. And it's more so the information of the earth, of the plants, but also like they have their own consciousness. They're very conscious beings. And so you are sort of like tapping into that consciousness that they have, and they're sharing information with you from this higher perspective, like fifth dimension and higher. They are like the beginning of the fifth dimensional consciousness on this planet is happening through the mushrooms. Yes. So one important thing is like everything that's on this planet was created by this planet. Even the garbage, even the oil, even all the things that we have on this planet, nothing that we have on this planet comes from off this planet, which means everything that's on this planet can be healed. There is a means to heal everything. We're not going to like all be overgrown with garbage one day. Like everything that's here can be healed. Everything that's unhealed can be healed. And so absolutely mushrooms can like eat the oil in the ocean. They can decompose plastic along with other things. We have all the tools we need here on this planet to heal this planet. And the pendulum swings one way and then it swings the other. We are in like the dark times, the dark era of the planet right now, but we are starting to swing the other way. And as humans start to wake up and start to connect in more with these different fields and frequencies and start to have access to these higher streams of consciousness and these ideas that come from the higher realms, we're going to start to see these like mushrooms and things of that nature being used in a way that is going to help the planet to heal. So healing is absolutely possible for this planet.